Oh, hey, you're back again for day 5 of the 30 pose journey. Welcome back to the Zen Den, and thank you for meeting me here. Today's pose is upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. It is part of the vinyasa sequence that many of us practice within a studio or in our home. It's very well loved for both its energetic qualities, strengthening qualities, and relaxing qualities when you can make it more of a moving meditation. Today's posture is a back bend. So I talk a lot about in the email series how when we move into back bends and heart openers, we're really accessing a place of stored emotion and tension, which is really just because we live a lot of our lives in a forward motion. Yeah, like driving, computering, texting, doing the dishes, just living our everyday lives. Our shoulders are hunched forward, our hearts are closed off. So when we start to explore into postures where the body is opening up, we're expanding, we're really kind of like breaking open, cracking open what's been closed off for so long, tension and emotions will come out. It's normal, it's accepted, it's beautiful. Allow it to happen. If you get frustrated, know that so many other yogis go through this period in their journey, and I'm here to help you. Feel free to reach out, and so is the community. So enjoy it, even all the scary hard parts of back bending. With that said, I invite you to step onto your mat, and let's get started. Day 5 of the 30 pose journey. To get started today, we're going to be on our bellies. We're going to first start in Sphinx pose. This is a gentle, mild back bend that will prepare us for what's to come. The feet are hip width distance behind you, toenail side down. The forearms are in front of you with the elbows stacking underneath the shoulder and the wrist coming directly out from the elbow. Again, same thing with the fingers always. A lot of space between each finger, pushing down between the knuckles, especially the index finger and the thumb. Alrighty, let's start from the back. Start to activate your legs. Feel the kneecaps lift, the quadriceps engage. Push down through your pubic bone gently. Then I want you to ground down through the forearms, so feeling that lift in the chest as you push down into the earth. And from here, with all this lift and activation, start to pull the heart through. Gaze goes slightly up. We're going to stay and breathe for 3. Breathing into the middle upper back. 2 more rounds. Last round. And then start to sink and let it go. Come down to the belly, cross one hand over the other, and just relax for a breath. Inhale, start to lift back up into Sphinx pose. We'll do one more round. So making sure everything's in alignment, elbows under shoulders, wrists directly coming out from the elbows. Working from the back, engage the legs, lift the kneecaps, quadriceps get real big and tough, yeah? Start to push the pubic bone gently into the earth, forearms root down, chest lift, shoulders roll back, pull that heart through, 3 rounds of breath. And then relax the chest down, opposite arm on top, relax for a round of breath. Inhale, lift the head and come up to where I am here. So gaze up at the screen, and I want you to slide your hands back in line with your lower ribs. So about like where your nipple is where your thumb is. Start to bring both of the feet together at the back of the mat and roll the shoulders onto the back, magnetize the elbows together, curl. No, don't do that. Leave the curls, the toes, toenail side down. We're about to push up into upward facing dog. So if you want to watch me first, You have to firm up the body, firm up the legs, and then you're gonna engage the low belly a lot and inhale to push up. And then find that back bend in that upper to middle back area. The legs are active, the knees are lifted, the belly is hugging in a lot, shoulders are rolling back, gaze is going slightly up. And then I'm gonna come back down and we'll do that all together. So the biggest thing here before we push up that I wanna talk about is when you lift up, you don't wanna lift up and squeeze and compress the back. So you've really got to squeeze what's called Uddiyana Bandha, which is that deep core inner muscle area within you. Really hug it in, okay? Hug it as hard as you can, and then use the strength of your arms to push up first, then pull the heart through. Just like in Sphinx pose where we ground down through the forearms to lift up first, find the length in the chest, and then you pull the heart through. Same action, okay? So toes together at the back of the mat, hands slide back, thumbs in line with the nipples. Gentlemen, yep, gentlemen, you have nipples too, that works. So to magnetize the elbows back, roll the shoulders onto the back, engage those legs, kneecaps lift, start to hug the belly in here, zip it up. Inhale, breath, push all the way up, straighten up, and then you might need to walk the toes forward a little bit, and then sink the heart through as you continue to hug the belly in. Let's take 3 breaths here. Roll the shoulders back. And exhale to come down slowly. This time push all the way back. Hips back to the heels. Child's pose for a moment. Relax the head down. All right, coming up to a seated position for a moment. So if you're finding that the back bend is not feeling good for you, it's too intense, I really suggest staying in Sphinx pose for quite a long time. Another modification to help you build strength in the back is Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. That is the same prep. So legs together at the back of the mat, hands right by those low ribs, elbows magnetized back. And on an inhale, you push into the hands, Cobra pose, Bhujangasana, pull the heart through. Ooh, it works so much into the middle back area. You would hold here for a few breaths and then come back down. So Sphinx pose, Cobra pose are beautiful ways to build strength for the full back bend, the full shape, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. If you're ready to advance with me, we're going to practice it from Chaturanga, okay? It's going to get sweaty and hot in here. So just work with me. All right, Chaturanga. So we come into it from plank pose, yeah? Set up that hand. So fingers spread wide, push down through the thumb and the pointer finger. Send the heels back, legs nice and long and active. Big inhale breath. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale to flip one toe, flip the other toe, and then push up to upward facing dog. Activating that belly area, supporting the low back, rolling the shoulders, pull the heart through. And then if you're coming with me, we're coming back to downward facing dog. So hug the belly in, push into the hands, lift the hips high, transition, untuck one toe, untuck the other, send the hips back as you melt the heart down. Whew. Let's do that again, okay? Roll forward, plank pose. Big inhale breath. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga. Firm body, long line of energy. Inhale, flip the toes. Lift the chest. Heart comes through. Belly supports the low back here. Thighs are lifted. Another round of breath. Exhale to lift the hips. Hug the belly in. Flip flop the feet back over. Downward facing dog. Melt the chest. And then soften the knees down. Whew. So we went over a lot today. Remember your modified poses, your building block poses are cobra pose and sphinx pose, then working from the ground up to lift the chest and find the posture. And then if you're building on, lowering down from chaturanga, up to up dog, back to downward facing dog. Thanks so much for stepping on your mat with me today. Of course, I'll meet you back here in the Zen Den to continue our 30 pose journey. Namaste, and I'll see you again. Hey journey goers, Allie here with a huge favor to ask you. If you love practicing yoga alongside me and want more of it, then please subscribe to the channel. By supporting me, you inspire my journey, which then I hope inspires yours. As always, thank you for stepping on the mat with me, for being a part of this community, and for making the commitment to live your journey.